We are well into the smartphone launch season of early 2021, and that means it's time to refresh our picks for the best Android phones you can buy. We'll see how some of 2020's flagships stand up to the latest competition, as well as how you can get the best Android experience without breaking the bank. Take a sec to subscribe to Android Central so you don't miss all of our future coverage, and we'll jump right in. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition retains its spot at the top of this list as our pick for the best Android phone for most people. The S20 FE launched at a competitive price in the fall of 2020, and it's only become a more attractive offering with the help of recent discounts. Effectively, what you have here is a phone very much in the same vein as the Galaxy S21, only with slightly lower specs and much more bang for your buck. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset, still plenty powerful in 2021, with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, plus the added bonus of microSD expansion. More importantly though, there's a gorgeous 120Hz display that's bright and smooth and looks almost as good as phones that are twice the price. The same goes for the triple camera array, providing ultra-wide, wide and 3x telephoto that's pretty close in performance compared to high-priced competitors. Battery life actually beats the base model Galaxy S21 thanks to a large 4500 mAh cell, along with value adds like fast charging and Qi wireless charging. And if you thought you'd have to skimp on durability to get a cheaper Android flagship, then fear not, because the S20 FE also comes with IP68 water and dust resistance. So you get the picture, it's really hard to beat the S20 FE unless you want to spend a good deal more money, and when affordable phones are this good, then you really don't need to. That said, as great as the S20 FE is, you will be compromising somewhat to get an Android flagship at such a great price point, so if you're the no compromises kind of phone buyer, you'll instead want to check out the Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is by far the most technically advanced Android flagship out there. If you can imagine a high-end phone feature, chances are this thing has it. The main selling point for this one is the excellent camera setup, which right now is pretty much unmatched in the market. Your main camera is a second-gen 108MP sensor that's nearly magical in low light. There's a capable ultra-wide too, and most importantly a twin telephoto array combining 3x and 10x optical zoom levels. That means basically however near or far your subject is, you'll get the best photos possible on the S21 Ultra. Of course, being a Samsung flagship, you also get a display so great it'll melt your eyeballs, with 120Hz smoothness, Quad HD Plus sharpness, and exceptional brightness. Other Samsung bugbears like the issue with the S10 and S20 fingerprint scanners have been consigned to history too, which is great because that was a huge irritation for the past couple of years of Samsung phones. Essentially, if you want an Android phone with everything cranked up to 11, that's exactly what you'll get with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. At the exact opposite end of the smartphone spectrum is Google's Pixel 4a, a phone that costs a fraction of what you'll pay for the S21 Ultra and only tries to do the basics of what you actually need in a phone. Biggest compromises are as follows: the camera, as good as it is, just has a single lens, and you'll also miss out on 5G connectivity and a faster screen because the 4a is limited to just a 60Hz refresh rate. But the core experience here is really fantastic. What you're getting is most of what makes Google's flagship Pixel 5 so great, only pared back a bit to hit a more competitive price. But despite its humble specs, the Pixel 4a is performant, capable, and really enjoyable to use. Because it's a Pixel, you benefit from unique Google features like the new Faster Assistant, and a laundry list of Pixel-only perks that's too long to list here. Most importantly from a value perspective though are the fast monthly security updates and quarterly feature drops, plus Android platform updates guaranteed until at least 2023. So, small caveat with this one is that we're expecting new OnePlus phones to drop in a month or so at the time of cutting this video. Nevertheless, the OnePlus 8 Pro remains a great premium alternative, and after the OnePlus 9 arrives, it's only going to get more affordable. With the 8 Pro, you get pretty much all the benefits of a top-end Android phone: the super fast high-res screen, dependable in-screen fingerprint, and blazing fast performance. That's partly down to the OxygenOS software, which, although not as close to vanilla Android as in the past, still absolutely flies. And for the first time in a OnePlus phone, there's fast wireless charging, in addition to the dash charge that OnePlus fans will be familiar with. The 8 Pro is also the first OnePlus device to have a really competitive camera system. The main sensor from the OnePlus 7 Pro and 8T is used here as the ultra-wide camera, and an upgraded 48MP shooter is your primary camera, matching the performance of phones like the smaller two Galaxy S21s. Even with 3 new OnePlus phones on the horizon, the 8 Pro is still a great buy almost a year on. The Pixel 5 is the best phone overall that Google has ever made, and a fantastic choice for fans of small handsets. In typical Google style, the Pixel 5 doesn't go all out with high-end hardware, but it is unquestionably greater than the sum of its parts. There's the same phenomenal Pixel software experience and advanced Google features from the 4a, but contained in a more premium chassis with more color options and a more powerful chipset running the show, Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. That speedier silicon helps to power a quicker 90Hz screen, and thanks to the unique bioresin coating of the Pixel's metal enclosure, it's also able to support wireless charging. The legendary Pixel camera returns, with new video stabilization capabilities adding to Pixel staples like night sight and portrait mode, which by the way can now both be used at the same time. Google no longer has a monopoly on great computational photography, but the Pixel 5's camera is still among the best. Plus, one of my most appreciated Pixel 5 features phenomenal battery life. The 4000 mAh battery combined with a small size and power-sipping processor means it's absolutely possible to get 7 or 8 hours of screen on time out of this device. Seriously, it's one of the best Android phones available right now in terms of longevity. We're sure to see more foldables of varying kinds launching later in 2021, but right now, if you've got the money to spend, there's really only one brand worth paying attention to, and that's Samsung. The Galaxy Z Fold 2 builds on what was great about the first generation Galaxy Fold, with a larger outer display and a faster 120Hz refresh rate for the internal panel. Like its predecessor, you get the best of both worlds, a pocketable phone that folds out into a small tablet. When closed, you're treated to a slim 6.23-inch AMOLED display that you can use for just about anything you do on a regular-sized phone. When you want a larger canvas, all you need to do is open it up. And while app compatibility still isn't perfect, it has improved a lot over the past year. Even at the Fold 2's high price point though, there are some trade-offs. It's more fragile than a typical phone with no water resistance capabilities, so you'll definitely need to be more careful with a foldable like this compared to the average slab-shaped smartphone. Nevertheless, if you're after a foldable in early 2021, then the Z Fold 2 is definitely the one to buy. That's it for now. Stay tuned and subscribe for coverage of upcoming 2021 flagships like the OnePlus 9 Pro and Oppo Find X3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.